So hi and welcome. I don't think this video needs an introduction. We're going to be talking about this guy. This is Scadoxus multiflorus. It's a member of the Emeraceae family, which is the family that includes Hippeastrum or Amaryllis. That's Christmas blooming bulb. This is a really diverse family, and hold up, I'm watering. This is an extremely diverse family, and it's usually found, I think its points of diversity are mostly in Africa and South America. This one is actually found in Africa. So just look at this thing. I've always wanted one of these, and I'm so happy to have one. I actually thought that this one was not going to make it. I had bought it from Brent and Berkeley's, which is a great bulb nursery. They sell A1 plants. And what I did was I bought them in early spring. They arrived, and I decided to give them a head start. So I grew them inside my greenhouse in some pots, hoping that they would get some pretty good roots. They would go into the ground, and they'd be A1 plants. They'd be for sure coming back the next year. Because in my yard, I've noticed that if I plant bulbs directly in the ground, they tend to fade away and die. Have no idea why. It might be mice, it might be something else. Still haven't figured that out. So that's why I started them early. And this guy just did not want to wake up. So I was like, oh shoot, it did. And what made it worse was that I yanked it out of the pot, and the bottom of the bulb was slimy, like on its way to rotting, which was like red flags for me. So I kind of threw in the towel and said, if it makes it, it makes it, and I planted it over here. So Scadoxus multiflorus could tolerate full sun, part sun. I think in the south, especially even living in the southwest, it probably prefer shade. So here it is underneath a pear tree. It has to deal with dry shade, and if you look at the poor plants nearby, they are thirsty. It's been pretty bad. This is a plant that sometimes they call it naked ladies, because a lot of members of the Amaraceae family, the Amarilla family, they send a flower up first with no leaves, hence the name naked ladies. It's not wearing its clothes. So if we look down here, right here, that I believe are going to be the leaves, and the leaves look tropical. They're these big floppy leaves that on the undersides they're kind of speckled, and you could kind of see the speckling right there. Really pretty. This is a plant that it does not like cold too much. In fact, from what I've seen in the literature, it says that it's only hardy to zone 9. I'm gardening in zone 8, so I think I'm kind of pushing it a bit, but experimentation. Plus, it's underneath this pear tree, so there's going to be a lot of shelter. I have a salvia right here. Salvia, I think, Scarlet Wishes. It's something in the Wishes series. And it survived the winter. Green, didn't die back down to the ground. And this is supposed to be a more tropical salvia, and it even flowered. So, I think this area holds in a little bit more heat and probably pushes it to a zone 9. So this guy should hopefully make it, and hopefully spread around. And let's talk about another thing with Scadoxus and its relatives. Usually when you read in the books is bury the bulb, but a lot of Amaryllis and their relatives do not like that. In fact, they recommend, as you can see here, keep the bulb above the surface. So just bury the bulb plate above. That helps them flower. It helps them receive that extra warmth. The other thing, it stops them from rotting. If you're living in a colder zone, you bury it a little bit deeper. You run the risk of rotting, or dig up the bulb. But since I'm growing in a zone that's in the garden, like kind of borderline zone 8, zone 9, I'm not going to dig it up. And hopefully, again, it makes it through the winter. In South Africa, well, not South Africa, in Africa where this is found, they do not have hummingbirds. In fact, hummingbirds are only found in the Americas. So North America, South America, the Caribbean, and some small islands. In the old world, Africa, Asia, they have what they call sunbirds. So sunbirds kind of look like hummingbirds because they live a similar lifestyle, convergent evolution. And just like hummingbirds, they prefer the color red. So this is probably pollinated by sunbirds. And we don't have sunbirds here, so hummingbirds should probably be coming to this guy. I probably won't be getting any seeds from this because I'm not too sure if they're self-fertile or not. But regardless, just look at that. Look at the structure. It's like a firework going off. Really pretty. It's a summer bloomer. It's a summer bloomer. In winter it goes dormant. There's a couple of other species out there on the market. You could try going to Telos Rare Bulbs. They have some cool stuff. A little bit expensive, but again, it's rare stuff. So you pay what you get what you pay for. You can grow this one from seed, but since it's a bulb, it's going to take a couple years to flower from seed. Best case of propagating it is probably to wait for offsets to form. Or there's actually another thing that you could cut the bulb plate into sections, and we probably do a video about that in winter with Hippiastrum, the relative, because I do not want to risk this guy. So yeah, this is one of my wish list plants. I'm happy to have it. Thanks for watching.